Okay, so for the first solve, well, for all these solves I did white cross. For this solve, my cross pieces are here, 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 and here. What I decided to do was first insert blue, like this, but before inserting, I moved the green over and insert. Then I moved cross over, inserted green, then inserted red, and then moved the cross back. Now for my first pair, I rotated and I did blue-red, where I bring the corner over here, R prime, and just insert. Then I rotated again, and I saw this red-green pair going into the front left. This is a nice 5 mover, and it's just like this. And then I had my entire left side filled, so I can just do RU turning. My next pair is green-orange, just triple inverse sexy move, and I did this blue-orange pair next that I was just following this edge. Just double sexy move from the back right. And then I had this OLL, R prime F, sexy move. I do F prime with the thumb, then I drag, then use left pinky. And I just had a U perm. For the second solve, my cross pieces are here, 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 and here. And there's this pair, which I couldn't see a way to preserve. So what I did, facing green, I did a U2, and I inserted red opposite on opposite, because you see green's here on opposite. And while doing that, I inserted blue on opposite as well. And then I just inserted orange. However, I also looked ahead to this pair because it just moved by a U2 and then it didn't move ever again. So this was my first pair. So yeah, do that, align cross, then do the green-orange pair, insert the corner and pair up. Then I rotated this way and I did the blue-orange pair. Now I kind of got lucky here and I realized that this is the green-red edge, and I didn't see any other red, so this has to be the blue-red edge. But the issue is that I had solved front slots, so there was a chance that my look ahead would have been really bad here, but luckily I rotated and just did this pair with a sledgehammer, then insert, and then I rotate again and just do this pair. Then I had this OLO, which I do as like a double fat soon, and then an F perm. For the third solve, my cross pieces were here, 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 and here. What I decided to do was first insert orange relative to blue right here, and then I also attached red to it, and then I did F prime, so I brought green up, then I did another D move, then I could insert green and red on opposites, and then align cross. My first pair was the green-orange, I rotated front right, sledgehammer, insert. If my look head was a little bit better, I would have done the blue-red pair, since this edge is oriented, and I wouldn't have to rotate. But instead, I did the green-red pair. So I did this, then I did the blue-red pair, and then I had the blue-orange. Then here I had fat anti-soon into a Y perm with a U prime AUF. So this was the worst solve in the average. I got a 13. And the problems really started during cross. So if we look, you have blue and green, and they're pretty much, you can put them on opposites. And if you do that, then you can just put red here for now, then insert both of them, then do a D2, and then insert orange. But before that, you can notice that bringing green in moves this corner right here, and bringing blue in moves this corner right here. So it would be really easy to plan first pair as just this into the back left. However, I didn't do any of that. What I did instead was D to put red into place, then I used orange to put it in green, and then I did blue last. And here I didn't have a first pair planned, so there's a bit of a pause until I rotated and saw the blue-orange pair, which I inserted into the back. And here, after this pair, I had a big pause, and I was mainly just focusing on this pair. I didn't even look at what was coming out of the slot. I didn't look in front. So I did this, then I paused, and then I realized that this was the free pair, and it actually came out of the slot. So I inserted that into the back. Then here, the one good thing about this solve is I solved the left side first, and I can just do RUF turning. So here I have this pair, which you can actually do rotationless. What you do is just R2, F, R, F prime, R, and I insert into the back. Then here I had this pair, which I've actually gotten a bunch of times in this average of 5. Use sledgehammer, and then I did sledgehammer again to orient some edges. Then I had F double sexy move F prime into a T perm. For this last solve, my cross pieces were here, 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 and here, and I did this facing orange. So what I did first was insert red. Now going right now would have them be in the wrong spots, so I did a D2 to put blue here, and then inserted red. And then green and orange aren't affected, so I just put them in last. Now what I did was also track first pair. This corner only moves when I insert red, so it just goes to here. Then this edge, when I do D2, it goes to here. When I do the R prime to insert red, it goes to here. And then when I do the F prime to insert orange, it goes right here. And I realized that the blue sticker would be on top and the red sticker would be on the front, so it would be misoriented. And when you have a case where white sticker's here and this is misoriented, I realized I'd have to rotate and pair them up right like here. So that's what I did. D2, insert, align, then do that. And sure enough, this is my first pair. So I rotated and then did that. Then my second pair, I had green and orange. Now usually what I would do is I would rotate before doing the pair, so I could cancel moves like this. However, this time I noticed that the blue-orange edge was in the slot and it was misoriented. Now what this means is whenever I take this out, it's going to be misoriented. So what I decided to do was pair these two pieces up like this. So I took it out misoriented, but then when I rotate, this is oriented now, and I wouldn't have to rotate for this pair. So I inserted the green-red, and I realized this is a free pair. I got kind of lucky here. Insert. Then this is my last pair, green-orange. Insert regularly. Then I have this OLL. And when you have the vertical bars, I know I'm going to skip CP, which just means I'm going to get either a U perm, a Z perm, or an H perm. And so I did the OLL, and I got a Z perm. Now here, one slight optimization is just removing the AUF entirely. So in these cases, I can either do the Z perm from this angle or from this angle. Now I did a U prime move and did it from this angle, but I know that when you do a Z perm, this sticker is basically going to be in the back. So I realized I'd have to do a U to AUF. Now, if instead I had done a U move, I would have had no AUF, which just saves a little bit of time, but it's not a big deal. And then that was it. That was the end of the solve and the end of the average of 5.